Lori and Mark, these allegations involve former high-profile Federal Way High School athletes, some of who have gone to play at the college level. Federal Way police say they are tipped off to both of these cases in 2016, but the detective was forced to close both of them because of insufficient evidence. Now, armed with new information and witnesses who are willing to cooperate, police are back on the case. In 2016, the Federal Way Eagles won the state championship in basketball. Their coach, Jerome Collins, inducted into the district's Hall of Fame. Now the coach and some of the players are under investigation after a former Federal Way High School student filed a complaint earlier this week.
It just got to the point where I didn't want to go to school anymore. I didn't want to be there.
19-year-old Tally Thomas, who got a softball scholarship at Stanford, took a break from college to try and resolve a traumatic incident from her high school years. It happened while she was involved in an intimate relationship with a boy on the basketball team, and another player recorded them in a private moment.
One day, I went over to his house thinking that nobody else was in the house, and someone was in the closet recording the whole time. I found out a year later because the video a year later randomly got sent to the basketball team group chat.
Sent to a group, viewed by other players, and used to bully Thomas repeatedly. The teenager and her family turned to Coach Collins for help. According to their complaint, while Collins arranged for a private meeting on campus for the boys to apologize to Thomas, he failed to comply with state mandatory reporting requirements and talked her out of telling authorities. While Federal Way police won't talk about their investigation, today their commander tells us it's not the first time they've heard about the incident, nor is it the only allegation involving some of the same people.
Going through that information and the people involved, we were able to come up with a case that originated in 2016. We were investigating a similar type incident at the time where Ms. Thomas's case became apparent to us that it might have happened at the same time.
A source tells us in the second case, another female student also claims to have been videotaped without consent during an intimate moment with a basketball player on the same Eagles varsity team. The video also allegedly shared with other players.
We are looking at two separate instances. However, people involved in those may be involved in both.
Two investigations that were stonewalled in 2016 due to lack of cooperating witnesses are now reopened. No matter how old the case is, police shared this warning about illicit videos.
Whether it be still within that app or on that phone or in someone else's phone that you sent it to, someone will still have that. So think about that before you send a photograph or make a video that shouldn't be made.
We've tried repeatedly to reach Coach Collins, but we've been unsuccessful. The Federal Way School District confirmed today he's been placed on administrative leave as standard procedure in a case like this.